All right. I think we are just about ready to get started here today. Let's see, what should we start on? Yeah, that's good enough. Welcome everybody to today's live stream. Today is Tuesday, October 12th, and today we are going to be just running a casual live stream. I am pretty tired today, to be honest. Kind of sleepy, didn't really sleep super well, was up kind of late last night, so we're just going to do a casual Q&A stream today. Nothing too crazy. Might have something for you guys tomorrow though. But until we get to that, let's talk about our schedule. Welcome everyone joining us today in the chat. Have a fair amount of people watching right now. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. Let's go ahead and touch on this schedule right here. We stream Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time with daily updates. If there's ever a day where I cannot stream, I will let you guys know via my community tab. So yeah, we had it on Skybound Images. Let's go back to Skybound really quick. Season 6. So yeah, like I said, we are just gonna do a casual stream today. We're gonna be streaming here for about an hour. You guys are welcome to put me on in the background if you guys got other stuff to do, or if you just want to hang out. Let's talk about some stuff. Anything that you guys would like to discuss, I am open to it. I got nothing else planned today. What is that noise in the background? What are you doing over there? My cats are playing with something. What you got over there? Looks like a Lego piece. They pick random Lego pieces off of the sets that I have on my shelves, and they just, whip them around on the floor and just bat them around. It's cute at first, but then it's kind of annoying because then I got to go find what Lego piece they had. But yeah, let's talk about some stuff, some questions that you guys have for me today. Dogs over cats. Yeah, dogs are cool. I like dogs a fair bit. I've just always been around cats my whole life though, so I'm more of a cat person by default. When am I doing the Spinjitzu Brothers read aloud? Should be within the next couple of weeks. I have a lot of videos planned that I really want to do, and the next couple of weeks are pretty much stacked with content that I want to put out, so might need to wait a couple of weeks for that one. I'm still not sure whether or not I would like to upload that on my primary channel or my second channel. I also got a water bottle here. Not sure if I mentioned that. Stay hydrated. Go get some snacks, get some cookies, or get something. I don't know. Whatever you guys have lying around. Favorite Transformers Prime character? Soundwave by default. Soundwave is my favorite Transformers character. And in Prime, he was pretty cool. I loved how he hardly talked. Quite the intimidating fellow indeed. Favorite suit that Lloyd wore? Probably the original Golden Ninja costume, honestly, from the final battle. That's one of my favorite Ninjago minifigures ever, and by default, it's probably one of my favorite Lloyd costumes. Eating popcorn? Excellent. That is a good snack. One of my personal favorites, actually. Nelson was awesome in Skybound. Yes, indeed. We need more Nelson content. Bring Nelson back. Hashtag bring Nelson back. Make him the Wind Ninja. That's all one hashtag. Quite the long hashtag. What's my favorite season? Season 4, Tournament, by far. I love Tournament. I assume you mean favorite season of Ninjago. Yeah, Tournament of Elements is my all-time favorite. Welcome everyone joining us. Just starting off here, didn't really miss much. Hashtag bring Nelson back, indeed. Let's get Ninjago to bring back Nelson. Let's see. Favorite course during high school? Any type of English class I was a real big fan of. Had a class my senior year called college writing. That one was pretty fun. I was able to turn in a lot of really weird stuff for that class, like stuff that I probably would not have gotten away with in other classes, and that kind of carried over into college as well. One of my big first projects was I did a video essay on the Spider-Verse movie, and that went pretty well. I just like having classes where I can just make whatever I want, because those are the most fun to me. Ever watch Shrek? I've seen maybe the first 3. Don't know about 4, or I don't even know if they've made 5 at this point. But if they have made 5, I have not seen it. But I've seen the first 3. Yeah, Spider-Verse was a pretty good movie. I like that quite a bit, which is why it had just come out at the time, too. It had just come out when I made my video on it. thoughts on the Winter Soldier, like the character or the film? Because the character I think is pretty funny, especially nowadays. I like him quite a bit. The movie is one of my favorite MCU films. Captain America: The Winter Soldier, one of my favorites for sure. And once again, guys, if there's ever any point during the stream where you want maybe the background to switch up a little bit, just let me know. Toss a suggestion in the chat in terms of what season you'd like to see, and we can switch over every couple of minutes. I have all the seasons on standby right here. Favorite Transformers Prime Autobot. Wheeljack was pretty cool. Kind of different from the Wheeljack that we are traditionally used to, but still cool nonetheless. I also liked when they introduced Ultra Magnus. He's one of my favorite characters from Transformers lore. You like jazz? I do. In terms of Transformers, yes. In terms of music, yes. And I'm also a big fan of the B movie, starring Jerry Seinfeld. Excellent. Favorite Skybound set? The Lighthouse Siege was pretty cool, but I think that was more in line with the Day of the Departed series of sets, though. But obviously, it was meant to be a Skybound themed set, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that one. Season 9 pictures? Sure. Season 9 and Season 8 are kind of lumped in together here, so you might see a combination of Sons of Garmadon and Hunted, but we can get that rolling for you guys. Least favorite MCU movie? Probably Captain Marvel, honestly, by default. Not a huge fan of that film. I saw it once in the theater, never watched it again. And I do not feel the need to watch it again. Hate people saying that Nelson should be ninja. He's a literal child. Well, in a way, so were the ninja when they first started out. And also they were training Lloyd when he was like really young too. So I guess anything's possible. Am I going to get the Marvel CMF? I do have that. I have all of the figures in that collection. I managed to get them all. I bought like 3 random packs at Barnes & Noble because I wanted to try them out. And then by the next week, I had all of them. So went back to that Barnes & Noble and started, feeling up the bags and whatnot. You guys know how it goes if you guys collect those collectible Lego minifigures. Do I like pineapple on pizza? I do. I'm one of those people. It's a very controversial opinion. Who's got the Misfortunes Keep? I never got that set. Don't know about you guys, but I never ended up getting that set. Was never really a set that I was interested in. I always thought the design, in set form at least, looked very strange. In the show, I really liked the Misfortunes Keep. Antonia or Nelson? I like Antonia a little more, I'd say. If I had to pick which one I would like to be a ninja, I'd say maybe Nelson because he's been waiting longer. But I feel like if Antonia were to become a ninja, for example, I would not complain about that. Either one, honestly, could be a ninja in my opinion. Or maybe even both. Who's to say both of them can't be a ninja? Favorite Spider-Man movie? Spider-Verse, I'd say, is the best one. If you want my favorite live-action Spider-Man movie, maybe either Spider-Man 2, the original, or maybe Homecoming, I guess. There hasn't really been a perfect live-action Spider-Man movie, in my opinion. Hopefully the next one is good. Probably will be, though, let's be real. Lloyd or Kai? I like Lloyd a little more. Day of the Departed background? Sure. Where is Day of the Departed? It is spooky season, so Day of the Departed is going to be touched on the channel here sometime this month. Some of you guys have been asking me to cover the alternate Chinese version of Day of the Departed, and that's actually a fun idea. I'm looking forward to making that video around Halloween time. Just gotta wait a couple more weeks, though. Why did Lloyd's voice change in Season 8? In the show, they explained that he was simply just growing up, going through Lego man puberty or whatever. In the behind-the-scenes context, I believe they said something along the lines of they wanted Lloyd to sound more mature, and his original voice would not work with the role that they had for him in Season 8, so they decided to change it. I honestly think that changing Lloyd's voice was for the better, and actually that's a pretty good idea for a poll, honestly. Favorite Lloyd voice that you guys can vote on. We're going to have the OG voice or the Season 8 onwards voice. Let's have that going for a little bit. Yeah, he was voiced by an actress, Jillian Michaels, I believe. But yeah, feel free to vote in that poll. What's your favorite Lloyd voice? Is it the original or the one from Season 8 onwards? Yeah, we had Jillian Michaels voicing Lloyd originally up until the ending of Hands of Time, and then Sam Vincent took over. starting with Sons of Garmadon. Or if you prefer Dave Franco from the Ninjago movie, feel free to let me know as well. Honestly, the Ninjago movie cast is pretty stacked. They got a lot of good voice actors in that movie. Michael Pena as Kai, genius. I like both voices, fair enough. I'm a fan of both voices too. I just kind of prefer the new one a little more. Though Jillian Michaels' voice does fit well with younger Lloyd. That is for sure. Favorite Lego set that isn't Ninjago? I don't really have a lot of Lego sets that aren't Ninjago, though I have had my eye on one of the newer Marvel sets, the Guardians ship, the Benatar. That one looks pretty cool. I'm kind of waiting to see if the price goes down on that. But I might grab that one eventually. I'm thinking about picking that one up. Let me know if any of you guys have that set, and if so, what do you think about it? Because I think it honestly looks pretty cool. I'm a fan of the Guardians of the Galaxy. I like those movies. I like the design for that particular spacecraft from them, so I'm kind of considering grabbing that one. Do I like the Fire Fang? Not really. Don't really care for the Fire Fang all that much. That one was on the shelves at my local stores for several months after season 11 ended. I believe the last time I saw it on a shelf in my local Walmart was maybe the end of 2020, so that thing was around for quite a long time. More so than other Ninjago sets in my area. Usually what happens in my area specifically is that they cycle out the sets every now and then, and the older ones go on clearance. Those pretty much go immediately. Yeah, I like Guardians of the Galaxy too. I wouldn't say it's my favorite Phase 3 movie, but if someone said that it was their favorite, I'd totally accept that, obviously. I think it's good. Not as good as the first one, though. It's just my opinion. Best Ninjago comic relief? Dareth, obviously. Nah, I don't think Dareth is the best comic relief character. I think he's alright in small doses, but honestly, my favorite comic relief character might be Jay. I feel like he's the original. Been around for a long time. I think Jay is probably one of the best comic relief characters, though nowadays they're kind of pushing Kai as the new comic relief, but don't know how to feel about that. We need Kai to have a more mature storyline, in my opinion. Fingers crossed for season 16, boys and girls. Give Kai an arc. Favorite Loki variant in Loki? I like President Loki. I think President Loki's pretty cool. Was contemplating maybe putting together a President Loki costume for Halloween, but might be a little too late for that. Though that was an idea at some point. Yeah, Loki's probably the best Disney Plus show so far. Not a huge fan of WandaVision. I thought WandaVision started out really strong, but ended very weak. Same deal with Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I think both that show and WandaVision have a similar problem. Who would win, Dareth or Little Lloyd? I'd say Little Lloyd could take Dareth. You know, if they were to fight. Dareth focus season. No. We don't need that. Season 5, sure. Another spooky season. You want to hear a ghost story? I had this student named Morrow from years ago. There's a lot of stuff that I haven't told the ninjas yet, but, you know, I'm sure a time will come up where that old villain returns, and then I'll have to tell them. Master Wu hides a lot from the ninja. Some of you guys have been saying that. Let's see. Saddest Ninjago moment. I still think that Zane's moment during TikTok, the episode TikTok, not the website TikTok, but the episode TikTok, the moment where he finds out that he's truly a ninjroid, flips his memory switch, and sees his past, that moment messed me up pretty good as a young child. That whole episode was like very memorable. I remember the first time watching that episode. Probably one of the best episodes from season 1. Otherwise, you know, Zane's got a lot of sad moments throughout Ninjago. His sacrifice, Garmadon's sacrifice during season 4, most recently Nia's sacrifice. Lots of sacrifices. Little Lloyd's haircut is the true villain. Yeah, nobody really likes that bowl cut that Lloyd had when he was first introduced. I think it'd be funny if he kept that throughout the entirety of Ninjago. That'd be hilarious. Speaking of young Lloyd, I really like the legacy figure for that. It came out in the Destiny's Bounty. I never got that set, but I do have that figure. I've got 2 little legacy Lloyds from the Bounty. I think that's an excellent figure. Could have done without the black hands, though. I feel like if they gave him traditional yellow hands, that probably would have been the best way to go. But regardless, still a very good figure. I wouldn't say buy the entire Legacy Bounty for that figure. But, the figure itself is pretty good. Let's see. Which do I think is better, Curse of the Cat-Eye Jewel or the Lair of Tanabrax? I feel like the first volume of Spinjitzu Brothers is a lot better than volume 2, though they are both equally good. I'd recommend checking them both out. Both equally worth it. I just like the first one maybe a tiny bit more. I'd recommend checking out my review if you want to see more of my, or hear more of my thoughts rather, on those books. Pythor or Kalmar. Pythor is probably the better villain, but Kalmar is pretty close in terms of, in terms of how close he is to Pythor. I think he's pretty close. He's pretty cool. If I could buy every single Ninjago set, would I? Absolutely. I feel like I, missed out on a lot of the older Ninjago sets as well. As a kid, I didn't have much money, obviously, because I didn't have a job. Though nowadays I do have a pretty steady job, so I'm able to buy a little more than what I was as a kid. But I missed out on a lot of those older sets. If the Ninjago sets were to have first come out nowadays, I feel like I would be buying the entire wave, especially in regard to the spinners. Like, if I had been perhaps 10 years older when Ninjago first came out, I guarantee you I would have purchased like every single spinner, every single Ninjago set. Nowadays, though, there's not really a reason to do that, in my opinion. But when Ninjago first started, absolutely. Kind of regret not getting a lot of those older original Ninjago sets. Because when Ninjago first came out, I was also into Hero Factory and some other stuff. So usually I spent my money on those sets whenever I came across money or whenever I got my allowance or whatever. Birthday money, Christmas money, whatever works. What if the original 4 Ninja were killed in the pilots? I'm not sure if we would have a Ninjago series then. I'm sure Wu would have still found Lloyd, because Lloyd still existed at the time. And maybe him, Lloyd, and Nia could have started like a small ninja team or something. Don't know. Favorite Ninjago remix for the Weekend Whip? Let's see. The Shintaro Dungeon Whip is pretty good. I like that one quite a bit. Got that poster right next to me on the wall right here. Otherwise, the one for Possession was pretty cool. I remember really liking the one for Prime Empire when that came out. Can't remember what I put as my favorite, though, in the video that I made ranking all of the Weekend Whip remixes. 2:20 a.m. here. Could you please make these earlier? I've gotten a couple of comments to start the streams at an earlier time. Unfortunately, that doesn't really work for me. This is pretty much the best time that I could stream. Like from 7 to 8 my time. That's like perfect timing. So apologies if you can never make it to the streams. However, these streams are always going to be uploaded as videos afterwards. So if you do want to watch them back, you totally could. Yeah, I gotten a few comments about changing the time, but unfortunately this is the only time that works for me with my schedule. So apologies there to everybody who can't make it to these streams usually. Why don't I show my face during streams or videos? Most of the time it's just, just a personal preference. Sometimes I do show my face in videos. Very rarely, though. I just feel like people are coming here to see Ninjago stuff, not coming here to see my face or anything like that. I guess that's the reason why I never really show my face. And plus, if I do decide to start showing my face, then I actually have to prepare for that, And I'm not really super into showing my face on camera, but I do it occasionally. You might even see it in some of these streams coming up. Jeremy Irons is Pythor. That's actually kind of cool. Jeremy Irons would also maybe make a good Sensei Garmadon if they were to ever do a live-action Ninjago. Do I want prequel minifigs? Really want Nineko? Who do you want? Yeah, Nineko would be a cool villain to get as a minifigure. They could totally rework like some aspects of Chima into her design if they wanted to, because Nineko by default sort of looks like she's straight out of Chima, so they could repurpose some stuff from Chima. But I'm not sure how many of those aspects or whatever are still lying around at LEGO, since Chima was discontinued like 6 years ago. Season 10 images? Yeah, totally. March of the Oni. One of the most underrated Ninjago seasons of all time. How do I feel about Cole's new voice actor? Did they announce officially that they're doing a new voice actor for Cole? because I figured that was coming, but I don't really know if we have anything official yet. No matter who they get, though, for Cole, if they decide to do that for Cole, I don't know what they're going to do. I'm sure there's going to be some backlash to it, but the best thing that we can do is probably just, support whoever it is, make them feel welcome. It's a pretty terrible situation overall, honestly. Oh, yeah. Let's see how we're doing on this poll, because we've had this running for about 10 minutes now. The Season 8 voice for Lloyd onwards has won with 71%, so we're going to end that off here. Saw somebody asking for another poll. It's actually a pretty good idea. Who was that? Going through the chat. Yeah, Captain Stage again. Coming in clutch with the poll ideas. That is kind of a cool idea, though. Like, what do Ninjago fans prefer more, Nexo Knights or Chima? Because both of them were, like, rivals to Ninjago, in a sense. But I feel like Chima might get a little more backlash, though, for being, like, the series that was intended to replace Ninjago when Ninjago was originally canceled. But let me know. Vote in that poll. Which is better, Chima or Nexo Knights? I have not really seen either of those series, so I could go either way. But for those of you guys that have seen those shows, let me know what you think. We have Alden with the $1.99. Thank you very much. Hope the Kai saga will go out with a bang. I hope so too. I really hope that Kai actually gets some type of development, because he needs it desperately. Once again, though, thank you, Alden, for the $1.99. The notification should be on the screen pretty quick here. Haven't seen it yet, though. There's a little bit of a delay. But we'll see. There it is.
Pizza time.
Pizza time indeed. Hopefully that wasn't super loud. It sounded really loud in my ear. Gonna turn my headset down a little bit. Once again, thank you, Alden. What if Jay was raised by Cliff Gordon? I don't think he'd grow up to be as nice as he is now. Jay grew up with Ed and Edna, and obviously they were pretty good parents to Jay. His dad, though, sounds like kind of a scumbag, honestly, from what we've heard about him, like behind the scenes stuff. So I'm worried that if he would have been raised by Cliff Gordon, maybe Jay would have turned out to be not all that great. Not a very nice guy. So probably my thoughts on that. I feel like Jay was better off being raised by Ed and Edna, because they're like his true parents, obviously. Not like true as in biology, but true as in, they were the better parents. You guys get what I mean. Pizza time. Yeah, that was kind of loud on my end. Don't know how it felt on your guys' end. Just got a Dobby Funko Pop. Cool. Yeah, some of those other My Hero Pops, some of the convention exclusives, those get kind of expensive, and not sure if I'm going to be getting any of those. Which ninja would die in the future instead of Cole? I think they should do, I've always said this, I think they should kill off Lloyd. That might be a little bit of a blind smack in the face to Ninjago fans, of course, but I feel like if they killed off Lloyd, that would definitely raise the stakes a lot for the series. Like, that'd be probably the bravest thing that Ninjago could ever do, is killing off Lloyd. Not sure why they would do it, or what would lead to that, but I don't know. I feel like that would be the character that they might actually kill off. I used to think Cole, but after March of the Oni, probably not going to do that anymore. What if Kai and Nia switched elements? That'd be crazy. Imagine Kai having water powers, or Nia having fire. I feel like Nia having fire would be a little more believable, though, because before they introduced Nia having water, they had always given Nia like a fiery, either an outfit or like a color scheme. Like with Samurai X, her color scheme was red. On the original Ninjago cards, she was always surrounded by fire. So I feel like Nia having fire would be a little more believable than Kai having water. But that'd be kind of weird to think about. How are we doing on this poll? It's pretty even, honestly. Nexo Knights is winning by just a hair. But yeah, I don't know. It's up to you guys. Those of you guys that have seen Chima and or Nexo Knights, feel free to vote in that poll. For Chima and Nexo Knights, I never really was into those series. I know when Chima was first announced, Ninjago fans hated it because it was Ninjago's replacement. I remember just how confident they were in Chima, though. Like, real talk, really quick, when Chima came out, I remember I forget who it was, somebody who worked on the show said something along the lines of, as soon as Ninjago fans see Chima, they're not even going to remember what Ninjago was. And obviously that didn't go over very well for them, now did it? Because Chima has been done for about 6 years and Ninjago is still thriving. But I feel like comments like that definitely made Ninjago fans more cynical towards Chima. What would LEGO do without Ninjago? My thoughts exactly, man. Ninjago is easily one of LEGO's best original themes. I mean, look how far it's come. For an original theme, it's crazy to think about. It's been about 3 years since the Ninjago redesign, so looking back, do you think the community overreacted? Yep, absolutely. I remember when that was all going down. As soon as they announced that the Ninja would be changing their designs, the community lost their minds. Definitely a big overreaction from a lot of people in this community, that's for sure. But I feel like nowadays people have gotten used to the designs. People that haven't left, though, yeah, they've totally gotten used to the designs by now. Is Splinter in the Blind Man's Eye canon? From what I have heard, that series could be canon. It may be canon, it may not be canon. I personally treat it like it is, but like I said, it's pretty much up in the air right now. It's been labeled as a, quote, could be canon Ninjago story. So I guess it's just up to your own interpretation, or if they announce something official in the future, you know? Yeah, I would like it to be canon as well. Both that and Way of the Departed, Tommy Andreassen's Day of the Departed sequel. It's also pretty cool. I think that those should both be canon. Apologize if you hear it clicking. It's just my water bottle. Do I like the Lego Star Wars shows? Never really seen any of them. I want to see that new Halloween thing on Disney Plus. Don't they have a new one for Star Wars? Some of you guys were telling me about that in a previous stream. Pilot pictures? Yeah, we can jump to the pilots. Long before time had a name, we made Ninjago. Chima's heavily underrated. I've certainly seen a lot of praise towards Chima, but I've seen more hate towards it than anything. I've never really gotten super into it, so I can't really say a whole lot about Chima, though. But I know Chima and Nexo Knights both have their fans. Which one lasted longer? Was it Chima? How long did Nexo Knights last? I cannot remember. If I'm remembering correctly, didn't they last around the same time? You guys let me know in the chat which lasted longer, Chima or Nexo Knights. Yeah, the nostalgia. Yeah, I remember watching the pilots for the first time about 10 years back. Those were the days, man. We have a new subscription from Bebek, Bebe K, with a smiley face. Thank you for the subscription. Chima was shorter. Chima lasted 2 seasons. Yeah, not too sure which one was shorter. 4 seasons for Nexo Knights, huh? Did they really have 4 seasons on that show? Chima had 3 seasons. Yeah, I cannot remember how long those themes lasted. I know Chima ended, I think, 2017? Or no, 2015. My bad. 2015. I think Nexo Knights started as soon as Chima ended. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about other LEGO themes that aren't Ninjago related, so apologies for that. I'm going to have to look that up, though, because I am not sure. Do I think Zane's sacrifice was rushed? Not really. I thought that one was pretty... was played out pretty well, I'd say. Like, they kind of foreshadowed that Zane would sacrifice himself earlier in Rebooted, and, the whole built to protect those that cannot protect themselves, that whole monologue from Zane's past. Obviously, it was kind of building up towards Zane's sacrifice, so I felt like that was perfect in the way that they did that. The only thing that changed about Zane's sacrifice was the... how Zane was going to return. Because the original plan for Season 4 was to have, like, an alien-focused season. So, probably would have dealt with aliens bringing Zane back. We got Hazem Dawood with the subscription. Thank you very much. Apologize if I am mispronouncing anybody's names. But yeah, they were going to do an alien season at first. So, theoretically, if you think about it, Zane's return probably would have been alien related. Maybe aliens resurrect him or rebuild him or something. But I like the way that it ultimately went with Zane rebuilding himself and then immediately being captured and stuck on Chen's Island. I liked Season 4's earlier episodes. Part of the reason why I love Tournament so much was those first couple of episodes and how it connects to Rebooted. What happened to the elemental blades? I'm not sure if we have an official confirmation of that, but I was always told that the Ultra Dragon might have taken them back to the Spirit Coves, but then we saw the Spirit Coves in some Legacy shorts, and the blades were not there, so I don't know. My guess is as good as yours, I suppose. Your guess is as good as mine. Wherever you guys think the elemental blades, wherever you think they went, that's where they went. Why are these shows called themes? In terms of Lego? Yeah, like Lego themes. I don't know. I guess that's just the name that they chose for them. Like Lego series, I guess you could say. Just kind of depends on what you guys want to call them. Let's see. What else do we got? Season 2 pictures? Yeah, we can jump to Season 2. There you go. We got some Garmadon drinking some orange juice. It's always a good time. Do a boys tier list. I was thinking about that, but which male characters should we do though? Like if I were to do that, because I think there are more male characters than female characters. So for female characters, it probably would have been a little easier. Let's see. Laughed so hard when we said my name. Yeah, I'm not good with names. Not good at pronouncing names. So apologies if I ever mispronounce somebody's name during a donation or a sub. Biggest Ninjago hot take. I don't know what my biggest hot take would be. First one that comes to mind is me saying that March of the Oni is actually really, really good. I know a lot of people would disagree with that, but I'm not sure how much of a hot take that is nowadays, though. Because I feel like a lot of people also think that March of the Oni isn't all that bad. Not sure, though. I know I've had some unpopular Ninjago opinions in the past, but I feel like that might be my biggest one. Not too sure, though. Yeah, let's round out this poll that we've had going for about 10 minutes now. Nexo Knights ended up winning with 55% of the votes, and Chima got 45%. So, yeah, apparently a lot of you guys think that Nexo Knights is a lot better than Chima. Though it was pretty close, though. It was pretty close. What's a hot take? A hot take is traditionally an opinion that is seen as unpopular, or an opinion that not a lot of people have. Like, what's a good example for Ninjago? Like, recently for Seabound, a lot of people really like Seabound. So a hot take may be, oh, Seabound is the worst Ninjago season. Something like that. I don't think that, but that's just an example, I suppose. Could we do a poll with Kalmar and Pythor? That would be interesting, considering how they are both similar villains in nature. They are both very... I don't know what that was. I didn't mean to put up that poll with nothing on it. My bad. Yes, one with 3 votes. Let's see. Pythor or Kalmar. How do you spell Kalmar's name? I just assume it's like that. If I'm wrong, then so be it. Like I said, not good with names, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Feel free to vote in this poll. Who's the better villain, Pythor or Kalmar? Hopefully that's how you spell Kalmar's name. Who's Kalmar? Kalmar is the most recent Ninjago villain in the show. It's kind of like an octopus guy. He was like a king for a while. He like killed his dad or something. Unleashed a giant snake upon Ninjago, similar to Pythor. So yeah, that's why people compare them a lot. They are very similar in nature. And they're also both purple, or at least they were when they were introduced. Pythor is now white, which means Twitter hates him. Spelled it right? Cool. Yeah, Pythor is winning right now, but feel free to vote, because I've seen these polls change pretty rapidly. But right now, Pythor is winning with about 80-something votes. You want a Ninjago what if? Yeah, me too. I think that'd be awesome. I think that what if Ninjago would be great to explore. You could easily explore that in, say, Ninjago Legacy Reimagined, if you ever wanted to do something like that. Of course, talking to the show itself. Haircut tier list? Yo, actually, which ninja has the best hair? Or which character has the best hair? That's pretty funny. That'd be, like, perfect for, like, an April Fool's video. What if Ninjago was bad? Yeah, if Ninjago was bad, I don't think it'd be running as long as it has been. Ninjago's been around for a solid time now. 10 years. But yeah. What is this? I just pulled off like a piece of plastic off of my shirt. Not sure what that's all about. Did Seabound make me love Nia more? Oh, for sure. Like, as soon as Nia got her own season, I liked her a lot more as a character. I need the same thing to happen with Kai, though. Because right now, I'd say Kai might be my least favorite ninja. So, if they could give us, like, a solid Kai story, maybe I'd appreciate Kai a little more. Lloyd bowl cut, F tier, easy. Yeah, Lloyd's bowl cut is not all that great. However, I did like that they included that in the Ninjago City Gardens set, though. Like, that was a very nice inclusion. I really liked that. They did good. The Ninjago City Gardens is a very good set. Would definitely recommend. What if the Overlord won? Yeah, if the Overlord won the final battle, I feel like Ninjago would be pretty much toast by now. One of the most popular what ifs, though, is for Ninjago is what if Skybound was never erased? And I would actually really like to see that, because if you think about it, the ending of Skybound, if it was never reversed, Ninjago would pretty much be in ruins. Chunks of Ninjago would have fallen out of the sky, crashed into Ninjago down below, probably would have seen a couple of casualties there. Nia would probably still be dead. Yeah, if Skybound was never erased, man, Ninjago would be in a pretty rough spot. So, that's probably one of the most popular what-if scenarios that fans would like to see. Kalmar will come back in the next season, but white. I would not be surprised if Kalmar survived and just returned Pythor style. Would not be surprised. There's already a lot of similarities between those two characters. I would not be surprised if Kalmar returns and he's just bleached white like Pythor was. My favorite YouTuber. Thank you very much. Thanks for being an excellent fan and checking out this live stream. Who wins, Wajira or the Great Devourer? Well, Wajira's got some crazy powers, so maybe she would have some type of leverage over the Devourer. If you think about it, the Devourer is just like a large snake. But I don't know who's bigger. I feel like the Devourer might have Wajira outmatched in terms of size, though. Legacy Shorts background? Sure. We can jump to those. Always like seeing the Ninjago Legacy Reimagined shorts make an appearance on these streams. They're always fun to look at because they're so unique. Some are better than others, of course. Some get a lot of hate, but you know. What if Wu wasn't the baby? Yeah, who else would the baby be, though? I know a common theory was that it might have been Garmadon from like an earlier attempt to resurrect him, but it didn't go as planned. Or if it was just some random kid that the Sons of Garmadon had for some reason. But no, that's also an interesting question to think about. I kind of liked how that played out, though, the storyline with Master Wu being the baby from Season 8. That was a pretty cool story. I liked that. Why do I like Cole? I find myself relating to Cole a lot. You know, he's very calm. He's down to earth. I appreciate a lot of his mechs and vehicles, and I like his personality. Really like his presence in the show, especially following the movie, starting with Season 8. They really bumped up his role, and it caused me to grow to like him a lot more. I just find him to be the most, I guess, the nicest ninja, you know, the most human out of the entire team. Which is kind of ironic considering how he was a ghost at one point, but you know. Am I the number one Ninjago fan? I'm sure there are some people that love Ninjago a lot more than I do. Some people that actually go as far as to make like an effort to buy every Ninjago set ever. I personally don't do that, but obviously everybody's a Ninjago fan depending on what they do. If you like the show, you like the show. I was never really big of like saying that somebody's a fake fan or whatever. I don't think fake fans exist. You either like something or you don't. I think it's that simple. The baby could have been Crux or Chronix. Ooh, that's actually a pretty cool idea. And maybe they grow up to be like an evil elemental master again. Or maybe the ninja could have raised a Chronix or baby Crux to go down the path of good. Imagine seeing a good Master of Time, like a Master of Time that actually fought for good and was never corrupted or never fell to the side of evil. There's another what if scenario. What if a Chronix and Crux never were evil? Shouldn't say evil, but like, you know what I mean. They decided that their power was superior to everybody else's, therefore they should be the leaders of the Elemental Alliance. That'd be kind of cool, though. What if the baby was the Overlord? Yeah, that'd be crazy. If the baby was a villain, that'd be fun. Like if they raised it thinking it was Wu and then it turned out to be like a villain that they recognize. That would have been a lot of fun. Do I think movie Nia has a crush on Lloyd? Honestly, I did kind of get that impression watching the movie the first time, the Ninjago movie. I did kind of think that after watching that film. Because in that movie, obviously, Jay has a crush on Nia. But they kind of gave the impression that Nia kind of has a thing for Lloyd in that movie. But I don't feel like they were ever going to do anything with that, though. I think it's just up to your interpretation. But yes, I did kind of think that watching the movie for the first time. Should Dareth be showed more? Honestly, since his appearance in Seabound, I think he should be showed off a little more. Because with Seabound, he actually returned as a competent character who actually, was able to do something. So, I feel like they could totally bring Dareth back nowadays and actually make him a better character. Age difference? Well, in terms of the show, yeah, obviously there's an age difference between Nia and Lloyd. But in the context of the movie, they're both in high school, right? Aren't they both around like 16? Technically. At the end of the day, they're all Lego characters, so I don't think it matters, but you get what I'm saying. Do I think we will get Spider-Man 4 and Amazing Spider-Man 4 after No Way Home? Don't know. I've seen maybe people suggesting that we could do that. They totally could if they wanted to. I personally don't really want to see that, though. Like, OG Spider-Man 4, Amazing Spider-Man 3, I don't think we need those movies. I feel like the Spider-Man movies have a solid plan in place right now with Tom Holland, but if they were to do that, I don't think I'd complain. But I personally don't think they need to. Just my thoughts on that. How old do I think Zane is? I don't think anybody really knows how old Zane is at this point, because he should have at least have been 40 following his original the date of his original building to the start of the series. I think that's about 40 years maybe, but then he blew himself up, rebuilt himself, so technically he was like 1 or 2. And then in season 11 he got trapped in the Neverrealm and was there for several decades, so who knows how old Zane is. In the context of the show, you could basically say whatever for Zane's age and people would accept it. But leave your guesses in the comments. How old do you think Zane is? Actually, yeah, because I don't know. What if Lloyd was not the Green Ninja? Yeah, that's another what if that people really want to see. Like, what if Kai was the Green Ninja? That'd be awesome. Draw for us again, 10-hour stream. That's actually not a bad idea. Maybe we could do that for future streams. I'm not super great at drawing, but I usually just mess around with MS Paint and whatnot and just draw some really crude Ninjago images. And if that's something that you guys would like to see on future streams, then we could do that in future streams. Might be fun. Just today, though, we're just doing a casual Q&A stream. What if Moro was the Green Ninja? Yeah, like what if the Golden Weapons accepted Moro? Pixels like 8. Yeah, I don't know how old some of these characters are. At the end of the day, they're all, like I said, Lego characters, so I don't think it matters. Season 13 picks. Yeah, we can jump over to Master of the Mountain. The Master of the Mountain. Would love to see you draw. Yeah, I'm not great at drawing, but I could totally draw some really messed up looking Ninjago characters in future streams. If you guys would like to see that, leave a comment in the chat. Let me know. Would I like to see Sensei Yang again after his appearance in Day of the Departed? Not particularly. I don't think that he's a really good character. If they were to bring him back, I would hope that they would maybe improve his character a little bit. So probably not. I don't really want to see him come back. But if they do, I would hope that they would actually improve him. Just my thoughts. Can I do an Overlord impression? I don't really know how to do the Overlord voice, though. Like, I could try, but I don't know. My voice kind of is kind of hoarse at the moment. I've been talking a lot today. Like, after the stream gets done, I'm not going to talk anymore today because I got nothing else to record. So, maybe in a future stream. Maybe we could do... Actually, that might be a fun video. Like, submitting impressions or whatever. You guys submit me impressions or whatever, and I get to either judge them or try them myself. Who's to say? I'm not a voice actor. Do I miss Cole's green scar? Yeah, but I'm glad it appears whenever he activates his Earth Punch. That's a nice touch. you know, because the scar is still there. You know, when the ninja changed designs, that was one of my biggest concerns. Like, oh no, they're going to take away from Cole's ghostly moments. But I'm glad they kept it around whenever Cole activates his Earth Punch, though. It's better than nothing. Even though he doesn't have it visibly there all the time, still having him, or having it show up whenever he does his Earth Punch, though, certainly a lot better than just him not having it at all. Would I like to see a live-action Ninjago show or a movie? Yeah, they should totally do that at some point. I doubt they'd ever do a movie. What I'm thinking is maybe in the same style as like some of those anime episodes that we've been getting in recent Ninjago seasons. Maybe they could do an episode set entirely in live action. Or like maybe for Ninjago Reimagined, they could do like a live action skit for Ninjago. That'd be very funny. And I think that they should do that at some point. If they do a movie though, I certainly have some ideas as to who could play which character. I think I've done a couple of fan castings in videos before. But everybody's got their own interpretations of like whether or not live action Ninjago should exist. I personally wouldn't mind seeing it. Let's see. What else do we got? Did know that Lloyd was played by a girl in season 1? Yep, Jillian Michaels. And then Sam Vincent took on the role. What if I had 1 million subscribers? Yeah, I mean, that'd be fun. But I'm pretty happy with where we are now, though. We were able to hit 100K, which is still, like, mind-blowing to me. Once again, thank you guys very much for that. Definitely a big achievement for me personally. Really proud of that. Chris Pratt should voice Lloyd. Chris Pratt should voice everybody. Like, if they ever do, like, live action Ninjago, they should just get Chris Pratt to play everybody. That'd be funny. Imagine Chris Pratt dressed up in a green ninja costume. You know, because so many people are such a big fan of Chris Pratt being the new Super Mario for that upcoming film, which sounds awesome. I can't wait to see that. It sounds crazy. You should look at the Ninjago Memes subreddit. I'm not big on Reddit. I actually have a video coming out tomorrow talking about like Ninjago on social media, and I mentioned in that video that Reddit is not a place that I visit frequently. Do the ninjas still have the reversal time blade? I don't think so, right? Maybe I missed something, can't really remember. But I thought they stuck it back in the boiling sea, but I could be wrong about that too. No, didn't they like lose it in time, or what happened to that? Let me know. I forgot. Because didn't they take it with... No, they brought it back at the end of Hands of Time. They had it, so they probably stuck it back in the or the boiling sea or whatever. But you guys let me know. What happened to the reversal blade? Leave your theories in the chat. Yeah, Chris Pratt should be the voice of Lloyd's bowl cut, but Lloyd himself should be played by a different character. Like Lloyd's hair is its own character. Any advice you would give to aspiring YouTubers like myself? I could try, like, for advice though. Like, I still don't feel like I'm like a professional YouTuber, but basically what I try to do is I try to be super consistent with uploads. I try to have fun with it, you know? Like, when I was first making videos, I didn't really treat this like a job, even though now it is my job. At first, you can't really go into it with that mindset, because then you're immediately not going to have, like, you're not going to have fun, I guess. You might make the correlation that, oh, this is work. I don't want to do work. So I just say try to have fun with it at first, and if it goes somewhere, it goes somewhere. But, you know, just be consistent with your uploads, have fun with it. If you want to make a schedule, go for it. I don't know. I guess that's just my best advice. Don't go into it with the mindset that it's going to become a job. I don't know. I'm not super great at giving advice, but hopefully that made sense. How come the ninja keep falling for princesses? I mean, princesses in the Ninjago series. I mean, you had Harumi, you had Vanya. I mean, I could see why the ninja would fall for them. Let's be real. But no, I get it. It's a funny meme though. You know, Lloyd was like super weary about Vanya during season 13. Because he's like, oh, Cole, you can't go by that girl, man. I've been with princesses before. They're gonna stab you in the back. And then Vanya turned out to be a perfectly fine character. Hands of Time Images, sure. Season 7. But no, I get why Lloyd was like that. It was pretty fun. Am I a meme? Chokin' ham sandwich lover. Yes, the giant ham sandwich meme in Ninjago. It's a very good one. It's classic right there, along with Over the Side. That's a pretty good episode. Introduced us to a bunch of Ninjago memes. What if Harumi never became the Quiet One or went evil? Yeah, like what if her parents didn't die in the Great Devourer rampage? That'd be interesting to explore. There's a lot of really cool like what if ideas that Ninjago could totally tackle in the future, and I think that they should. I think that'd be awesome. Granted, they would probably be copying Marvel with that, but still, I feel like that concept would work into Ninjago. Have I seen Wonder Woman 1984? I have not. I decided to skip that one. Have not watched it. I don't really plan on watching it either. I've heard it's not super good. But, you know, I have not seen it myself, so I can't say for sure. What is the worst moment in all of Ninjago? Like, worst as in just straight up, like a bad moment? I wasn't a huge fan of when Master Yang suddenly decided to help Cole during Day of the Departed. Like, all of a sudden his motivation changed with, like, the snap of a finger, but I guess that's just me. Otherwise, I can't really think of, like, an awful moment. There are certainly some moments in Ninjago that aren't very cool to look at, like moments with visual mistakes, like if a ninja's wearing a wrong suit or something. It really messed up, for example, in Season 9, Hunted, when Kai is, like, interacting with the Wind Dragon. It's supposed to be, like, this really sweet, really mellow scene, and then Kai is in the wrong costume, so it completely ruins it. I think that one is a pretty solid bad moment, or whatever you want to call that. It's a sweet moment on paper, but in execution they just kind of messed it up. One of the biggest missed opportunities for me from Hunted, I must say. But it's not really it's not the fault of the writing. It's more of a fault of whoever had the wrong costume on Kai, whoever's in charge of that. Akita or Benthomar. Akita's really cool. I'd say I like her a little more than Benthomar, though Benthomar is pretty good in terms of a character. They're both solid. What if Jay's mom took care of Jay? Yeah, like I said, Jay might have grown up in a different environment, may have changed the person that he is. And I don't think I want to imagine what Jay would be like if he was raised by his birth parents. I feel like Ed and Edna treated him well and raised him extremely well. They're good parents to Jay. Even though they're not, his biological parents, they're still his true parents, in my opinion. Thoughts on the trailers we're getting for Seabound? I know Lego releases like a new Seabound trailer every single day now, it seems. And they're okay. It's just stuff that we've all seen before, I think some of them are edited together real nicely. But, there's not much we can say about it because Seabound is already done and over with for a lot of people. Favorite ninja parent? That honor would have to go to the lovely Maya, Kai and Nia's mom. She's awesome. I think she's the best ninja parent, or at least she's my favorite. And Ray's not a bad dad either, Maya's a lot more fun though, especially following Seabound. One of the best characters in that series, for sure. Thoughts on Ninjago Pizza Bound? Yo, they should totally do that. Just have an entire season where the ninja are just eating pizza. Let's see. What if Nia never sacrificed herself? Yeah, but like what if Wajiro won? That'd be cool to see. Have I seen Godzilla vs. Kong? I have. I have seen that. I watched that when it came out, I think. I thought it was okay. There's a lot of stuff in that movie that I didn't like, though. But I thought overall it was a lot of fun. It's just big monkey fights big dinosaur. Like, you just turn off your brain and watch it. It's a lot of fun. But you guys get what I'm saying. Movie pictures? Yeah, the Ninjago movie. There we go. The Ninjago movie, a very controversial thing that a lot of people don't like, but a lot of people also like. A lot of people have a love-hate relationship with the Ninjago movie. I personally think it's really good. Just my personal thoughts. Tannerbrax or Nineko. Nineko's a lot more fun, I'd say, but Tannerbrax is also, like, super crazy. One of Ninjago's scariest villains for me, personally. Do I have all Ninjago collectibles? I assume you mean like collectible like weapons and stuff like that come in some of the sets. I don't have all of them. I was considering trying to collect all of them at one point, but I don't really know what I have right now. I'd have to go through my spare parts bin and some of my other Lego bins to see if I can complete collections. But that is something that I was considering collecting at some point, like going through and trying to get every collectible. Some of them I know for sure I have all of them. Like I have all the golden weapons, all the elemental blades, both amulets, for example, from Seabound. Are we just asking questions? Yeah, we're just about wrapping things up here, though. So if you wanted to ask a question, get it in quick, because stream's almost done. Got about a minute left before we wrap things up. Am I going to make a 5-year retrospective on Day of the Departed? I was thinking about that. I'm going to do something for Day of the Departed. I'm considering talking about the Chinese version, like the superior Chinese version of Day of the Departed. Might do that one. Might do that instead of doing like a retrospective. Do I have the Ninjago City Gardens? I do. One of the better Ninjago sets that I have. That's for sure. What if Zane had a mom? Yeah, we don't know about that for sure. We don't know if Dr. Julian was seeing somebody or not. I know in the context of the movie, Zane has a mom, and his mom is probably like a fax machine or something. Whatever the Ninjago movie decided to do to Zane. That's one of my least favorite parts, admittedly, about the Ninjago movie. I'm not a huge fan of the way that they handled Zane. But with only a couple of minutes left in the stream, why don't we turn things over to rapid fire questions, anything that I can answer in just a quick sentence or two. That'll be a good way to round out the stream. Why don't we end on Prime Empire pictures as well? We're going to end on Prime Empire. Give me some quick questions that I can answer, and this poll's pretty much done. Congratulations, Pythor, winning with 69%. Nice. Let's see what we got here. Nia or Maya? Definitely got to go with Maya. She's the better character in my opinion. Is Snake Jaguar included in the set? Yes, he's in one of the Sons of Garmadon sets. I believe it's like the Spinner Battle or the Sons of Garmadon headquarters. I think that's where Snake Jaguar is. What Disney princesses do I like? Elsa's kind of cool. Isn't she a Disney princess? I guess. Favorite ninja suits? I like the kimonos. I like the Skybound suits. And the March of the Oni / Legacy suits are pretty cool too. Thoughts on Scales and Scales Jr.? They're okay, but didn't Scales Jr. die? I thought he died in like a jet ski accident or something. Do you guys remember that meme? Season 11 in a nutshell. Season 11 is good ideas, not great execution. That's my thoughts on Season 11. Thoughts on the Halloween movies? I've seen the first one and none of the other ones. I don't plan on seeing the new one, unfortunately. What if Asphira banished Wu instead of Zane? Yeah, that'd be interesting to see. Who's my favorite Garmadon? In terms of the family, gotta go with Lord Garmadon himself. In terms of my favorite Garmadon variants, probably the one from the Ninjago movie, obviously. And why don't we answer one more question before we wrap things up here today? Ooh, that's a good one. Most cliche Ninjago character. Which Ninjago character is the most cliche? I'd say maybe at first, like early on in Ninjago, Kai was pretty cliche. Thank you, SpiderFan006 for the subscription. I'd say Kai was pretty... I guess cliche when things started out. He was kind of like the hothead, standard kid appeal character. He quickly fell off of that though. He's not the main character anymore. Nowadays though, I would argue that maybe Lloyd is a little cliche to an extent, but I feel like Ninjago does a pretty good job at making their characters, seem unique when you compare them to other series and other shows. So I don't think any ninja is technically cliche, though Kai at the beginning most certainly captured a lot of those stereotypical kid appeal main characters. But yeah, that'll pretty much wrap it up for the stream here today, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is our streaming schedule. We stream Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time with daily updates. If there's ever a day where I can't stream, I will let you guys know via my community tab. And we can start the end of the stream hug tradition in the chat. Some of you have already kicked that off for me. Thank you very, very much. I'm going to put it in there 4 times. How about that? But yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This is our schedule once again if you have not seen that. Let's wrap things up. Thank you so much for tuning into today's stream. I'm going to go ahead and get back to making some more videos, get back to editing and getting those ready for tomorrow. And hopefully you guys will tune in same time tomorrow for the next stream. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Thank you so much for hanging out, asking questions, donating, subscribing. Just being here helps out a ton. So thank you very much, everybody. And hopefully you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys tomorrow for the next stream, and I will catch you later. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day.